Don't let 'em take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in the early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60, and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pop, pop, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. On drugs against me. Should've never ever ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry.
All right, y'all, welcome back. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck, and yes, this is episode 32. And y'all know, as always, we have a lot to talk about. Men and women winning gold in the Olympics, preseason starting up, and at the end of it all, we have our favorite segment, relationship talk. But why wait? Y'all know by now. Let's dive on in. So, USA men and women bring home the gold. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, yes, it was some controversy about, on the men's side, Steph having to carry the load at the end when they was facing France and, the comeback with Serbia. But all in all, hey, a win's a win. They did what they were supposed to do, okay? They went down there. They got gold. That's it. That's all. They brought the gold back to the United States. So congratulations on that. Now, let's get into this NFL preseason. As you all are aware, there's a new rule for kickoff, right? Anytime a team kicks the ball, so basically everybody lines up, I believe, either on the 20 or the 30, right? When the ball is kicked, everybody holds their position until the kick returner touches the ball, right? Once he gets it, then everybody goes, okay? For the touchback, I believe everybody goes to the 30. I believe they go to the 30. How do I feel about the rule? I don't know why they put it in. I mean, I guess, rumors say that it wasn't enough returns, being put back. Whatever the case is, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. We'll see how the season goes with this new rule. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Bears beating the Bills 33-6. All right. So Caleb Williams in his first actually probably second preseason game because they beat the Texans, right? He was 4 for 7 for completion attempts, 95 yards total. Then you had Ian Wheeler with 5 carries, 43 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then you had DeAndre Swift, the new addition. Okay, you had 1 receiving, 42 yards. Then you had Tyson Baggett with 5 completions, 8 attempts, the total of 47 yards. All right, I mean, I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. We'll see when the season starts. We'll see. He has a good receiving core, a decent line, good defense. We're just going to see, okay? We're going to see what he can do, all right? It's a lot of pressure on him to get the Bears to the playoffs. Can he do it? We're going to see. Now, as for Buffalo, Yeah, Mitch Trubisky. He was 10 of 18. Uh, total yards, 82 yards. You know what? I like Mitch Trubisky. I really do. I think the brother can play, right? I believe, I know he's playing backup behind Josh Allen, but I mean, I think that's a good backup for the Bills. I can see him potentially starting for a team. I know for a fact the Raiders could use Mitch Trubisky. The Saints could use Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like him. I like him. Sam Bus Bushkel, if I'm saying his name right, he had 6 completions, 10 attempts, threw for 1 interception, total of 53 yards. Then you had Khalil Shakur with 3 receptions, 28 yards total. Josh Allen even got out there, right? So Josh Allen got out there, did a little something, had 2 completions, 3 attempts, total of 22 yards. Then you have Frank Gore Jr. with 7 carries, 21 yards total. Now he averages about 7.3 carries per game. We're gonna see what Buffalo does this season. I mean, they lost Stephon Diggs to the Texans. We're gonna see. I'm not expecting the Bills to even make the playoffs, but they might. Who knows? Who knows what this season might bring? Okay. Then we have the Houston Texans that was playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. So with the Texans, they had 20 to the Steelers 12. On the Texans, you had Robert Woods with 4 receptions, 42 yards, and he averages about 10.5 yards per game. Yeah, Tank Dell with 1 reception, 34 yards. He averages roughly around 34 yards per game. And then, he had 1 touchdown. And then you had Davis Mills with 8 completions, 13 attempts, totaling for 89 yards. Case Keenum with 5 completions, 6 attempts, totaling 40 yards. Tim Boyle with 4 completions, 8 attempts, and 28 yards, right? CJ Stroud got out there, he threw a little bit, had 2 completions for 4 attempts. He had 41 yards total, threw for 1 touchdown. Then you had Jahar Jordan with 6 carries, 22 yards, averages roughly around 3.7 yards per game. He had Xavier Hutchinson. He had 1 carry, 19 yards. He averages roughly around 19 yards per game. Then you had Cam Akers with 6 carries, 17 yards. He roughly averages 2.8 yards per game. All right. Now, Pittsburgh Steelers. We had Kyle Allen out there with 17 completions for 23 attempts, total 193 yards, due for 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Justin Fields got out there for a little bit. Did not much, right? Russell Wilson didn't play at all. But Justin, 5 completions, 6 attempts, total of 67 yards. We're going to go back to Justin in a minute. Okay. Dejon Edwards had 3 carries, 28 yards. He roughly averages 9.3 yards per game. He had 1 touchdown. Yeah, Jonathan Ward with 6 carries, 26 yards, and he averages roughly around 4.3 yards per game. Then you got Aaron Shamklin with 2 carries, 12 yards, averaging roughly around 6 yards per game. You got Calvin Austin, the third. Hey, he's a third. I'm a third. Would you like to be a third too? No, I'm just joking. All right, 2 receptions, 49 yards. He roughly averages 24.5 yards per game. Scott Miller with 3 receptions, 47 yards, roughly around 15.7 average yards per game. Dez Fitzpatrick had 1 reception, 34 yards. He roughly averages 34 yards a game. Okay, so here's the question. Should Justin Fields be starting for the Steelers this season? You know what? A lot of people are going to say no, he should play behind Russell. I think Justin should start for the Steelers because of his, not so much his passing ability, but because he could scramble, right? He's a dual threat quarterback. He's he's like, to me, I look at him more like a Lamar Jackson too. Just he's like a better thrower than Lamar, I want to say, give or take. But scrambling, they did. So he could get out and make a play, right? Russell's kind of up in age. I get it. He's a Super Bowl title winner, right? He damn almost took that Denver team to the playoffs, right? Even though they started out the season bad. I feel like Justice should start, but if he does play behind Russell, the Justice has to see that kind of like as a learning thing so he can learn the game more. I think he's in a good situation. I think he has a better receiving core, better line, slightly better. Nah, I don't think he has better. The Steelers have a better defense than the Bears, but we're gonna see. Again, anything is possible this season, right? I just want to see Justin on this new team, right? I'm pretty sure all of us want to see Justin on the Steelers and see how he does in his first couple of games, right? And so that's my thing with that. My take on that. Do I feel Justin Fields should be starting? Yes, I do. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do with this team. Okay. Before we continue, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. So, in fighting and boxing, August 25th, I believe, Floyd Mayweather goes up against John Gotti III rematch. For those that don't know, John Gotti III is an MMA fighter. He's not a boxer, he's an MMA fighter, right? Last time him and Floyd fought, it got out of hand. The ref had stopped the fight, but the dude wanted to keep charging at Floyd to punch. Floyd handled his composure and his emotions excellently, right? Because it could have went south. Why? Because the UFC dude, John Gotti III, he let his emotions get the best of him. Now, this is what I don't like because it's almost like a disrespect to the sport. In your profession, whether it's UFC or boxing, you know what the problem is? This is the problem that I seem to have. It's like, well, not much of a problem. It's this. We seen Clarissa Shields transition from boxing to UFC and win the title. We see wrestlers transition from WWE to UFC and win a title, right? We haven't seen UFC fighters transition from UFC to boxing or wrestling to win a title, right? We haven't. Question. Can UFC fighters transition from UFC to boxing or wrestling and have a successful career? I don't think so. It hasn't been proven yet. It hasn't. Anytime a UFC fighter steps in the ring with a boxer, they get whooped. They get whooped. You know why? Because it's different. They're used to grappling. Because if they're used to kicking, right? They're used to elbowing. So when you take all of that away and you tell them to just fight, they struggle. Conor McGregor struggled against Floyd, right? He struggled. He was getting tagged. Another dude who did karate or something struggled against Floyd, made light work of him. It's different, all right? You can't just because you're good at this particular thing doesn't mean it could translate to the other thing. See, boxing is about precision, footwork, right? Say UFC is like the striking and then it's grappling, right? Because you could be a horrible striker, excellent grappler. You could be a great striker, horrible grappler, right? But, I just they do it because it's entertaining, but is that really what we want to see? Do we want to see a UFC fighter fight a boxer in the boxing ring? No, we don't want to see that, right? So UFC fighters, they really can't transition outside of that because it's the gloves are heavier, right? You heard Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz got tired fighting Jake Paul. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. You know, it's. I wish UFC fighters would get it through their mind. I get it. You get paid more to just to entertain the thought, but real recognize real, y'all. Y'all ain't equipped to go head up against a boxer and be successful, or try to do a boxing career and be successful at it. Because now we got to break the component down, start you over from scratch, right? You have to realize you can't put them in the headlock and do this. You can't punch like this, right? You got to turn your knuckles. You can't be like this. You got to turn them, right? The footwork, the defense, it's all different, right? So that's why I say a UFC fighter struggles transitioning to boxing because they have to completely start over versus boxing. They're already good at striking. So they're good at that. You just got to teach them the grappling part, which is get them on the ground, wrestling or whatever. Once they know that, that's it. Hence why Clarissa Shields was able to transition from boxing to UFC and then dominate UFC, get a belt. And then what she do? Go back to boxing. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Are you ready to take on the ultimate basketball challenge? Our Shift Squad women's basketball shorts are designed to help you dominate the court in style and comfort. With functional pockets and a unique design, these shorts are the perfect addition to your basketball gear. Get your hands on these amazing shorts for just $33 and take on the challenge with Shift Squad.
Okay, we're back. So let's get into the last segment of the show, relationship talk. We're back. So, play that clip for me, please.
Ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man, that man, because he ain't yours yet. Ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better? That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only, let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do, why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man? And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take. You got to be careful who you give to because takers don't know when to stop.
Okay.
I am tired. These people they're ruining this generation. It's literally ruining the generation. Mm-hmm. And then little girls are glamorizing and fetishizing. Oh, lady.
Okay. So, you heard the lady. You heard what the lady said. So the question, what do women do to support their man? Or are women just takers? In this society right now, we have a lot of women that take. They're not giving, they're taking. What do you mean, Troy and Chuck? Glad you asked. So, women now, it's more so about what they can gain, right? More than anything. What are they gaining when they date this person? You know, I've heard stories about women who came in with nothing and then, you know, got on their feet, then dipped. I said it in a few episodes ago. The only woman to get rich on her own was Oprah. Every other woman got rich through divorces or help from a man. They didn't get it on their own, right? So I said, how do women, how do y'all support your your man or the dude who you want to date? Like, think about it. Us as men, we got to take you out, right? We got to take you out. We got to wine and dine you just to get to know you. It's rare a woman goes and takes a dude out on the first day. Like, yeah, hey, I want to take you out. That's rare. No, because dudes do get tired of always taking the women out on the dates and they're not getting nothing in return. Not getting nothing reciprocated for it. Ladies, sex is not all dude wants. Yes, it's something we like, but it's not necessarily all we want. So how do you, what do you give? What do you bring? Right? And women can't answer that. I had one woman say, all I bring to the table is an iPhone charger. And that's how I knew she was for the streets. That's how I knew she's the work. She's not a wife. She's a worker. She's the work. That's what she is. But tell her that, she thinks otherwise. No, it'll work. Because you don't even know what you could bring to, what value can you add to this man's life, right? And that's clueless. So some of y'all will say this, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll be on my IG, I'll be on my Facebook, and hear them complain about the relationship. And I'm like, well, what do you bring to the relationship? Or, oh, they can't find a dude. What are you going to bring if you do find one? And you ain't got that answer, then you ain't ready to date. Because, women, black women specifically, they have a hard time being women, being submissive to the guy that they want to be with, right? But it's always, it's always happy wife, happy life, right? Taken, not given. That's a taken phrase. She's always taken. Yes, I gotta do this. She take money, energy, all that stuff, takes from the man just so she's happy. Yet it's like, well, skip if he's happy, right? So ladies, again, what do you bring to a man's life? Before you start dating, you must ask yourself, what value, what can you bring that adds value to this man's life, or are you just going to be there to take from him? Roll the next clip for me, please.
God can't trust a woman to lead nothing. Because when her emotions get involved, homie, her logic goes out the window. And she's loyal to her emotions. She's not loyal to what's right. She's not loyal to her man. She's not loyal to her children. She's loyal to her emotions. And she will sit motherhood aside till she gather her emotions. And that shouldn't be the case. She's not realizing the light's on, the car got gas in it, you protect it, the kids sleep good at night. You don't have to lock the doors, do all this because it's a man in the house. It's comfort, it's security, there's direction. Most real men aren't liked. Most real men with real traits and characteristics aren't liked. He gonna say, baby, take that off. You're not finna go outside with your titties showing like that. Man, you got your ass out like that. Man, put some panties on, your pussy pretty showing. A real man establish law and order. Say, y'all sit down somewhere. Nigga, a real man ain't liked. He's missed and appreciated after he's gone. But while he's here, he ain't liked, nigga. He's tolerated. That's why they don't tell your daddy. They keep shit from daddy. That's why daddy get a tie. That's why daddy get kicked in the ass. Mama get everything. It's all about if mama happy. God can't trust a woman to lead nothing. Because when her emotions get involved, homie, her logic goes out the window. And she's loyal to her emotions. She's not loyal to what's right. She's not loyal to her man. She's not loyal to her children. She's loyal to her emotions. And she will sit motherhood aside till she gather her emotions. And that shouldn't be the case. She's not realizing the light's on, the car got gas in it, you protect it, the kids sleep good at night. You don't have to lock the doors, do all this because you're a man in the house. It's comfort, it's security, there's direction. Most real men aren't liked. Most real men with real traits and characteristics aren't liked. He gonna say, baby, take that off. You're not finna go outside with your titties showing like that. Man, you got your ass out like that. Man, put some panties on, your pussy pretty showing. A real man establish law and order. Say, y'all sit down somewhere. Nigga, a real man ain't liked. He's missed and appreciated after he's gone. But while he's here, he ain't liked, nigga. He's tolerated. That's why they don't tell your daddy. They keep shit from daddy. That's why daddy get a tie. That's why daddy get kicked in the ass. Mama get everything. It's all about if mama happy. It ain't about if daddy happy. And daddy dying of stress. And mama living long being happy. Because guess what? Everybody making mama happy. They don't give a damn about daddy being happy.
Okay, so you heard that, right? Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this, right? And I need ladies and dudes to pay attention to this because we finna get deep and it's finna get real and it's finna get real quick. Okay, question. Ladies, are you loyal to your emotions? Okay. So this is what we mean when we say women are loyal to their emotions. They're not loyal. They're never loyal to the relationship. They're loyal to their emotions, right? Right? This is why. So women score higher on emotional intelligence, the EQ test. They are aware of their emotions, which also make women appear more attuned to their emotion. They know how they feel. They have a heightened sense of how they feel. Let's keep going. Women express emotions more openly and they are usually more intense, right? Researchers. This is what research shows. In attachment theory, this indicates that women might be more emotionally responsive in relationships, often due to socialization. I got this from Harvard Business Review, Psychology Today, Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. All of this to believe. With all that saying, hey, women are more loyal to their emotions than the relationship or to the man's needs, right? It's always, when you look in the mirror, ladies, every time y'all have a breakup, this the first thing y'all always blame the guy. But y'all don't ever blame what y'all did. No, this is why we say women have a hard time making logical decisions because y'all were born, y'all think more emotionally. That's your makeup, that's how you're born, right? You don't think logically, right? Logical thinking is, dang, we having a petty argument, but outside of these petty arguments, the relationship is pretty much fine. He takes care of me, he takes care of home and everything of that nature, That's logical thinking. It's pet arguments. We could talk about this. We could talk about it and see, and we could fix that. Emotional is, I'm mad. This motherfucker stayed out late till 3 in the morning. I'm finna stay out till 3 in the morning. He better not say nothing to me, because when he did it, I was fine. So when I do it, it shouldn't even be a problem. That's a feeling. That's immaturity, but that's an emotional feeling, right? That's how y'all be. Honestly, you cater to your emotions, how you feel. Like, okay, the last episode I talked about it when Gilbert Arenas alluded to him, and he was like, we would respect women more if they didn't mess around on a man. So like, let's say I approached a woman, she's married, she should shut me down automatically. Like, you know what? I'm married. I can't date you. I'm okay. I'm good. No. Versus, yeah, I'm married, but we could hang out for drinks. We could kick it after this. What you doing? Because you felt like doing it. It felt good. The logical thing is, I'm a married woman. I have no business messing with this dude because things at home is okay. Even if they're bad, I'm messing with this guy still. When I'm done messing with him, when I divorce and it's finalized and legal, then I'll mess with you. That's a logical thinking point. Emotionally, though, this is what they do. Yeah, I'm married, but what that don't mean nothing, We can still talk, we can still kick it, hang out, we could go out, because it felt good. It's an emotional thing, Felt good. Hey, I don't like being at home. I'm emotionally, feelings. And that's why he said their women's feelings cloud their judgment, which kind of makes them hard to put in management roles at times because they can't separate the two. They'll be working with an employee and be like, oh, this person, oh, they make me sick. I'm not gonna promote them because they think they all that, or I'm not gonna promote them because I just don't feel like they listen to me. You don't feel like they listen to you? They're always on time. Tell them to do something, they do it. What are you talking about? But those are type of responses that they give. I remember one time when I was working I'll throw it out there. When I used to work at Domino's. Long time ago, right? This manager, right? She didn't want to promote me. She said, I'm not going to promote him because I feel like he doesn't listen to me. And I'm like, sitting in the back of my mind, what is she talking about? Always on time for work. Stay till the work is done. She got mad because it was some stuff that I did. I lied about my insurance when I was there at Domino's. I didn't renew them on time, right? That was the one thing. So that one thing, she was like, oh, first it went from I don't trust you to I feel like he don't listen to me. Because her boss asked, why do you not promote him? And she said, I just feel like he don't listen to me. So BS, emotional. Logically, the logical sense was to promote because I'm always on time. I know I've shown I could do the job, and I did it pretty dang on well, even when it was busy. Right? Here we go. So the other girl, she promoted, right? Why did she promote her? Because she liked her. Couldn't do the job. Couldn't handle it when it was busy, right? Had mental problems, right? No, these are facts, people. These are facts. This is no story talk. This is the truth. Hit somebody, right? She hit somebody in the car and got promoted as a manager. And she showed she couldn't handle stress, couldn't handle pressure, all that stuff. And she wasn't even talking to her about what was going on with her, with the job. And we're talking like the orders aren't being out fast enough. The thing is always in red, all that stuff, right? But she felt she was fit for the job. Emotional clouded her judgment. And what happened? Well, got ran out of Chicago, went back to Cali because she followed the manager because she he ain't steer me wrong yet. He's supposed to promote you to regional and then do it. I'm like, why don't you just leave from up under him? He didn't promote you to regional. She's like, he hasn't steered me wrong. So emotional thing. I just feel like he'll promote me. Logical thinking, dang, I've been in this position for 5 or 6 years doing the same thing and even saying the same song. Maybe I need to leave up under him and find something better or be with another franchise. So here's my second question. He mentions this, right? Are real men not loved? Society really doesn't like real men. When we say real men, we're saying the guys that bring structure, the guys that handle their business, the guys that get it done, the guys that ain't out there in the streets, messing around, messing with other women. He's with his one lady, right? Being loyal and faithful to her, right? Taking care of the kids, taking care of home, right? But he's not loved, right? It's always, and I can vouch, right? Why can I vouch? Because I remember times my mom would be like, "Don't tell your dad I did this for you," right? Because dad get pissed. We get, that's how it do be in the household. So let's go over the societal expectations of masculinity, right? Men are sometimes expected to suppress their emotions and or avoid seeking help, which can lead to feelings of isolation. This is not loved or valued. That's facts, because mental health didn't even start until COVID. That's when they started caring about mental health. The whole time men been going through this all our lives, right? And it was perceived as weak. Women, oh, the guy can't keep his emotions in check, or I feel like he can't keep it together. So we was viewed as weak, because if we showed emotional vulnerability, that's how it looked. It looked like we weren't emotionally stable, or fit to lead, which is so far from the truth. So far from the truth. Emotional vulnerability, that's not embraced. Not even in the household, you can't show vulnerability, because she'll look at it like you're not fit to lead the household or be head of the house. Because every time, if a struggle occurs, or like any type of thing happens, you you may fold. That's what she thinks. She thinks he may fold because he's demonstrating anger, frustration, because he's like, damn, man, ain't no, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, he can't keep his emotions in control. Nah, he weak. That's not even the case. He's just mad. It's like the guy can't get mad. Or the guy can't, like, if a guy cries, then that's emotion, that's considered weak. We're not allowed to do that. Society looks at men like, hey, you cannot cry. You cry, you're a bitch. Man up. Cultural narratives. Media cultural narratives sometimes portray men as less emotional, expressive, or as being valued primarily for their roles as providers or protectors rather than for their emotional depth. So, those are references from Psychology Today, the Good Men Project, Harvard Men's Health Watch, and research from the Journal of Marriage and Family. So that's why I say, real men aren't loved, right? And remember I did my other podcast shows. I explained the difference of, you could tell if a guy was raised solely by his mother or by his father, or raised in both a parenthood that had both mother and father, right? Listen, fellas, don't never think because you showed emotion that you're weak. You're not. You're human, okay? You're human. And it happens. Don't let society depict who you are. Okay? And on that note, that's my show for today. Tune in next time. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. The goal is still 5,000 subscribers. I mean, guys, we're only at 13. Come on now. I guess people don't want to get paid. I mean, Christmas is coming up, so if you ain't trying to get paid, then hey, that's on you all. Not trolling that Chuck. Trolling that Chuck trying to pay people, to get to 5,000. 5,000, I'm trying to hand out some money, but we need people to like and subscribe for me to do that. I need to hit my goal. I hit my goal, then I can help you all hit your goal, financially. But again, it's your boy Trolling that Chuck saying this. Always remember to love yourself and each other.